Hi, this is Brumsky with 49er War Clan. Today we're going to be going over different strategies on how to pull and destroy clan castle troops. Don't think of it as just pulling the troops out of the clan castle. Think of it as finding a way to give yourself a tactical advantage. This can either be a large advantage or a smaller one. Now if you want to think big, look at what our friends over at 300 War Clan are doing. Here they're using 2 golems and both heroes to pull the clan castle. But along with the clan castle, they're also destroying the archer queen, an air defense, and an inferno tower. He only used about 70 troop spaces, but was able to take out some of the major defenses for air attacks. Plus, the heroes are not that useful for air attacks. They'd be a much better use to give yourself a tactical advantage during a clan castle pull. This attack was executed very well, and he was able to get 3 stars. To make sure we're all on the same page for this video, a pull is referring to getting the troops out of the clan castle. Lure is getting the enemy troops where you want them to be. This is important for killing them, which I'll explain later. And lastly, killing the CC troops, you should know what that is. Let's look at more of a medium tactical advantage on this next attack. As you can see here on the right, there's lots of buildings, but not that many defenses. We're going to use a Lava Hound to pull the clan castle troops, and then use a total of 7 balloons to take out the nearby defensive buildings. You can see that a Lava Hound came out. We're going to skip killing the clan castle troops to the end of the video and just focus on the strategy for now. So then I have to drop about 10 archers to destroy the undefended buildings. So by using an extra 45 troops, I was able to destroy 20% of the base. Here's an example of a small scale advantage. You can see this archer tower is isolated. It's pretty close to the clan castle, and in this circumstance it would usually only take about 3 balloons to pull the clan castle troops out. There were no troops in this case, but this is just an example. The idea is, though, that using just 2 archers and 2 minions, you can kill off about 13% of the base. Let's switch gears and talk about killing the clan castle troops. So here I'm pulling the troops with 3 giants, and I'm going to use a combination of 2 witches and about 5 wizards to kill the troops. Now you want to drop the witches first, far to the back, and you want to give them plenty of a head start so that the skeletons come out and hit the enemy troops. Last thing you want to do is drop the witches right next to the enemy troops because they'll kill the witches ahead of time. This strategy is great because you don't have to lure the troops all to one spot to kill them. Also, it's really hard to mess up. As long as you have about 5 wizards out there, they're probably not going to die. And the best thing about this strategy is that all the troops live to continue on in the attack. In this example, I'm going to use a balloon to kill the clan castle troops. In order to do this, you have to lure all of the troops to one spot. Usually you want to plan on about 10 troops to do effective luring. They all have to be in exactly the same spot for this to work. Now when you drop the balloon, you want it to land right on the clan castle troops, and it explodes when it lands. Watch the troops shoot down the balloon and it lands right on top of them. Now for this, the balloon is going to go towards the closest defensive building, so you got to line it up right. Also, the balloon is not going to kill wizards, so you're going to have to bring a couple extra troops to kill off the remaining wizards. It will kill a witch though. This next pull is my favorite. Here I'm going to use a Valkyrie to kill the clan castle troops. For this one, you also have to lure the troops to one spot. The good thing is that you don't have to lure the witch to exactly where all the rest of the troops are. So it takes a few less troops to lure them. Instead of 10, you can get away with about 8. But you do want to have the wizards and the archers and any skeletons all about the same spot. Now, when you drop the Valkyrie, you usually want to drop 1 troop ahead of time just to take the fire, and then drop the Valkyrie immediately afterwards. And as long as the witch is nearby, the Valkyrie will also kill the witch. Here's an example of using giants and wizards to kill the clan castle troops. I find this to be the least reliable. It takes more troops than the other methods, and it's also easier to mess up. You can also use a lightning bolt to kill the clan castle troops once lured, but a lightning bolt won't kill wizards and sometimes doesn't kill minions, so you still have to use some troops to kill them off. I find this to pretty much be a waste of a spell, but there are scenarios where a lightning bolt is great for killing clan castle troops, which I'll show you in a little bit. If you're trying to pull a clan castle that's deep in a base, consider using a Lava Hound. It works pretty well. Now we're going to take a look at the last type of clan castle pulls, and these are called hybrid pulls. What we're doing here is using an army, but specifically design it to pull the clan castle during the attack. In this example, he's using extra witches to overwhelm the clan castle troops. When you're doing this, you want to pull the clan castle from a side that is away from the heroes and the Inferno towers. And when you do this, you usually want to use one point where the clan castle is going to focus on. On this one, he kind of spread out the attack, and you can see the clan castle troops are getting spread out. Also, the queen on the left is hitting the golem over there. If he had just come down the middle, he would have avoided that and grouped up the troops on one spot. The witches are great at destroying the clan castle troops, but they're not that effective once they get around the Inferno towers, so you're going to expect them to die. The benefit of this method is that it's hard to screw up, and even if you do, you have your entire army at your back, so you're probably going to be okay. Also, it usually takes about 40 troops to pull and kill a clan castle, so using this method doesn't really use that many more troops. Now here's an example of using an extra golem and a lightning bolt to do a hybrid pull. If you use a golem, you can pretty much expect the clan castle troops to destroy that golem. Now you can see here that he did a good job of bringing them all to one point. Now you can also notice that the queen is on that side, and the queen's going to do a lot of damage to a golem. That's why he brought 4. Now 2 of the golems were pretty much destroyed by the time he got to the center compartment, but at least 2 are still remaining at pretty full health. Now here's another example of a golem lightning bolt pull, but I'm doing it last. I'm deploying my troops to get the 50% star first, but I'm not breaking the wall, keeping them out on the side. I'll break the wall later. That's to make sure that the troops come out to this point where I'm going to lightning bolt them. I dropped 1 golem, but it was pretty much destroyed by the time I killed the clan castle troops, but it still left my P.E.K.K.A.s to go in the center compartment and get the town hall. Keep in mind that it's hard to kill a witch with a lightning bolt. You need to zoom way in and drop the lightning bolt right at the witch's feet. So what's the best way to pull a clan castle? It really depends on the base and also on your experience level. In my opinion, the hybrid method is the most reliable and effective. However, it works best on bases with an exposed town hall away from the Inferno towers and the heroes like this one. If someone designs their base this way, they deserve to be beat, and you should take advantage. Second place goes to the Witch-Wizard combination. It's hard to screw up, plus the troops will survive to go on with the attack. Third place goes to my favorite, the Valkyrie kill. This uses the least amount of troops to kill the clan castle off. It is technically difficult to lure the troops to one spot, but if you can, this method works great. Fourth place goes to the balloon kill. Also technically difficult luring the troops, and you have to line up the balloon with the closest defensive structure, but very effective. The wizard giant method gets an honorable mention. I find it to be not very reliable, and it also takes more troops than the other methods. If something unusual comes out of the clan castle like a lava hound, it's best to pull it to where you're planning your attack and just let your main army kill it off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.